20,000 to 40,000 kilometers above the Earth, in the cold and tranquility, China-made BeiDou satellites are working 24/7. Seen from space, the Earth looks like it has not changed in tens of thousands of years. But if you go closer, you'll find human civilization is already beyond recognition. Many things that we take for granted today came about thanks to navigation satellites.
BeiDou 卫星是中国为全球用户提供全天候、全天时、高精度定位导航和授时服务的国家重要的时空基础设施。BeiDou导航以世界一流的技术，深刻地影响着这颗星球上的人类社会生活。基于BeiDou的技术，我们可以捕捉到几毫米的位置移动，可以传递极致的精准时间，精致到几百万年，只差1秒。
It's 6:30 on an ordinary morning in an ordinary room. As we wake up, BeiDou Navigation Satellites are calibrating the time and playing an important role in accurate weather forecasting.
在北方，明天降雨将主要是集中在黄河中上游流域一带，而在雨水势力之外则是。
While we have breakfast, China's agricultural products achieve a higher yield and are transported faster thanks to BeiDou. It also provides services for our dams, water delivery and power grids. It tells us when the products we've purchased will arrive. Satellite navigation can also help cars find the fastest route. Behind the busy traffic, BeiDou calculates when the next subway train will arrive and helps with urban public transport scheduling. Because of BeiDou, airports, railways and ports can function smoothly. At 9:30, the financial markets open. The BeiDou system guarantees that each and every transaction is precise. In just these 3 hours, the BeiDou system is everywhere around us. The BeiDou Navigation Satellite System is made up of 30 BeiDou 3 satellites, 15 BeiDou 2 satellites, as well as several test satellites and backup satellites orbiting at different altitudes and angles. It is like a navigation constellation around the Earth. We can't see the satellites, but the chips on our smartphones receive signals from them all the time. People today are more eager for location information than ever before. The fast-moving spot represents the location recorded by satellites. If this spot left a track, then our cities would present a totally different scene. Satellite positioning is based on calculation of time. The distance between the satellite and the user is calculated based on the time it takes from the moment the satellite sends the signal to the moment the user receives it. With the distance as the radius, a virtual sphere is formed. When the user is connected to 4 satellites in different locations, 4 such spheres are formed. The point where the 4 spheres join is the exact location of the user.
此时此刻，在世界任何地方、任何时间，我们的头顶上都至少有8颗以上的北斗卫星在运行着。无论我们走到哪里，北斗卫星都能从遥远的太空帮我们计算出我们所处的精确位置。虽然我们看不到，但是这种了不起的计算却在每时每刻地进行着。
In the field of transportation, BeiDou satellites provide not just efficiency and convenience, but also safety. Transporting gasoline and liquefied natural gas is a very dangerous business. In China, more than 400 million tons of hazardous goods are transported by land each year, accounting for over 30% of the total annual volume of goods transported. BeiDou Navigation technologies allow terminal devices to monitor the location of vehicles throughout the entire process and record their travel path. If one vehicle departs from the set course or encounters any problems, the monitoring center will immediately send an alarm. With the location information of the target vehicle, the weather and road conditions of where the vehicle is, as well as the vehicle's running status, can be acquired. The BeiDou terminal device can even carry out proactive intervention and intelligent control, thus reducing any potential danger and preventing accidents. The automatic hoisting of containers at wharves can give a better idea of the high accuracy positioning can achieve. China plays an important role in global trade. Its major ports handle goods worth thousands of billions of dollars each year. Cargo ships from around the world arrive at ports along the coast of China day and night. Containers play the lead role on this stage. The invention of containers with a unified size standard means handling and unloading is like block building. In this process, BeiDou perfectly combines its high-accuracy positioning and automatic hoisting functions. On January 17, 2020, 25 unmanned electric container trucks carried out the world's first whole ship loading operation successfully in Tianjin port. With the help of the BeiDou system, the positioning accuracy of their navigation system had a margin of error of just 3 centimeters. With the support of the 5G network, the unmanned container trucks are able to drive, pull over, unload, and avoid obstacles accurately. The BeiDou system's high-accuracy positioning and navigation functions give us a glimpse into the era of unmanned driving. Widespread unmanned driving is part of people's expectations of the future. Chinese engineers are using BeiDou's positioning calculation and automotive radar functions to capture surrounding situations, enabling unmanned vehicles to make independent judgments. This wonderful experience will become part of our lifestyles in the near future. BeiDou has made many of the small things in our lives better. In southern China, the Tianhuangping Pumped Storage Power Station sits quietly in a lush forest and bamboo grove far from the city. This station has a height difference of nearly 600 meters. It pumps water at night and releases water to generate electricity during the daytime. The amount of water it processes in a day is almost equal to that of the West Lake. To ensure the dam's safety, workers here have to set up BeiDou Navigation Satellite ground support equipment in the right places. Many monitoring facilities were buried in the dam during its pouring process. Through high-accuracy positioning, the BeiDou satellites in space can sense even the slightest changes in the concrete dam. The interaction of forces means all materials and objects on the Earth will deform. The changes can be as small as an atom and also be as large as several kilometers. BeiDou is so sensitive that it can detect even the slightest change in shape in giant buildings, like dams, bridges and skyscrapers. Based on its high-accuracy positioning, it can greatly reduce the impact of natural disasters on human lives. In 2020, the total length of power transmission lines in China was nearly 1.6 million kilometers, enough to circle the Earth 40 times. In the Disaster Simulation Lab, a test on countermeasures against snow and ice disasters is being carried out by the State Grid Corporation of China. It's summer, but chilly winter conditions are quickly recreated in the lab. When the icicles cause the equipment to deform, BeiDou immediately senses it and reports the information to the monitoring center.
作为时空基准的北斗导航卫星，这是一种神奇的航天器，在服务于人类的同时，它也偶尔促使我们去思考：我们如何面对自己，又如何面对我们身处的世界。
In Xinjiang, northwest China, a giant glacier sits like a frozen reservoir above the snowline of the Tian Shan Mountains. The glacier runoff is the source of hundreds of rivers, nurturing the thirsty land. Glacier number 1 in Xinjiang is the glacier closest to an urban area in the world. Since 2018, BeiDou's high-accuracy positioning has been used to monitor it. The eastern and western stretches of the glacier are shrinking. If it continues to shrink at this speed, it will disappear from the planet within 100 years. A natural reserve has been set up to protect the glacier. Due to global warming, The melting of glaciers is unavoidable, but some people are trying to slow down the process before it disappears. Mount Chomolungma is at its most charming in May. It's less windy and rainy at this time of year, making it the most suitable time to climb. To obtain a new measurement of Chomolungma's height, 8 climbers ascended to its summit on May 27, 2020. One of the instruments they carried with them was the receiver for the BeiDou Satellite System. It was the first time it had stood at the highest point on the planet. Chomolungma was formed as a result of the collision between the Indian and Eurasian plates. With the passage of time and crustal movements, the height of Chomolungma is constantly changing. In 1975, a Chinese surveying team made its first measurement of the mountain. They calculated the height of the mountain at 8,848.13 meters. In 2005, when the height was measured again, China could only use satellite data provided by the US Global Positioning System. When the elevation was measured in 2020, the satellite positioning calculation was done by BeiDou. Thanks to the signaling capabilities of the BeiDou system, accurate measurement of the altitude of the summit of Chomolungma has been achieved. Using Shigazi as a benchmark and the heights of other locations as reference, the 3-dimensional coordinates of known heights were used in order to help the system accurately measure the height of Chomolungma. In addition to positioning and navigation, BeiDou Navigation Satellite System's time services mean that the Chinese people have also mastered the laws of periodic changes of time. Every BeiDou satellite is equipped with highly accurate atomic clocks, the most accurate time-measuring devices known to man. For the high-speed trains running across China, having accurate times is essential. At 8:38 a.m., a high-speed train departs on schedule along the Beijing-Jiangjiakou high-speed railway. This is the first smart high-speed rail line in China. The train's ability to depart, stop over and arrive according to the timetable is a test of time control.
下一分向82公里，各仪表显示正常。
The trains on this railway can go at speeds of up to 350 km per hour. Supported by BeiDou's time services, the Beijing-Jiangjiakou high-speed railway has achieved time synchronization in its operation, communication and automated programs. The all-in-one BeiDou antenna that the trains are equipped with can monitor the time, location and other information about the trains in real time. With the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games approaching, BeiDou technology will be widely used to guarantee the smooth operation of this smart high-speed railway. Time accuracy is vital for another invisible system. In a financial trading system, mega deals are done every second in the fields of remittance, stock markets, futures markets, foreign currency markets, and gold markets. If anything goes wrong with the timekeeping, the transaction may fail, potentially causing billions of dollars in losses, and even the collapse of the system. The standard time broadcast through the BeiDou system is known as BeiDou time. BeiDou time was officially launched at midnight on January 1st, 2006. Today, the BeiDou system's high-accuracy time services are gradually being applied in the financial field, guaranteeing the security of China's financial transactions.
我们为什么要制造北斗卫星导航系统？这个问题有无数个答案，但归根结底，这个答案就是我们日复一日的生活。我们正在创造更美好的世界，我们在努力触摸想象力和创造力的边界，努力让我们的下一代有机会实现他们的理想，而北斗正在让这种美好的想象力成为现实。
Today, the BeiDou system serves various industries, including transportation, public security, disaster relief, agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishery, and urban governance. It's also playing an important role in the construction of core infrastructures, such as electricity, finance, and communication. Its integration with new technologies, such as new generation communication, blockchain, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, are turning beautiful imagination into reality. Every BeiDou satellite is a masterpiece of our generation's imagination. The ultimate value of imagination lies in ourselves, our everyday lives, our yearning for a better life, and the common future of mankind.